Greetings, fellow duplicants. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included Badlands, which originally streamed live on Twitch, Episode 8. All right, we have a little bit more algae. We have 1,200 kilograms. That's going to tide me over for a bit, which is good. We got access to the Wheezewort, and yeah, both Wheezeworts. So I'm going to stick them as 9s so I can replant them in the farm, keep the farm a little cooler. You don't understand what's a good dupe? So I could talk about that briefly. So if you take a look at the dupes, let me just pick a random duplicate. Or I could go back to the printer. So, much like in RimWorld, each interest is a passion, and duplicants enjoy leveling up in their interests. So, doctoring, for instance, is not a skill that you use very often. So, having a dedicated doctor that will never dig, this duplicant basically serves no purpose in the colony at all. Like, at all. So, they have an amazing skill, which will never be utilized. This one, if we take a quick look, cooking, building, doctoring. I don't really, again, need a doctor. I already have 2 dedicated builders, and I don't need a cook if that's their least interest. So, although they have a little bonus to agriculture, they aren't interested in agriculture, and they'll never do art. Mima, however, is a rancher, and I'm pretty sure that we're going to need a ranch pretty soon, so having a dedicated rancher would be really nice, and also she's a cook, and has increased cooking speed, and has green thumb, which means that she can farm, she can ranch, she can cook. Basically, she can keep us fed. The more, in my opinion, the more interests they have, the better it's going to be, because they have a lot of passions. Yeah. All right, let's let this water filter. And Doc Johnson, thank you for the resub. So those Wheezewort seeds are going to be moved in just a second. So let me update what is allowed in here. Oh, no, they're allowed. And we'll transplant them into the farm to keep the farm cool. So here's the eastern edge of the map. You can see the Neutronium. And there we go. This is as wide as it is. From here to here. Now, this water is good to dump. And I'm going to fill the reserve reservoir as well. Okay, I did just make this too big. Oh, the O2 masks don't stop irritated eyes. Thank you. I have never used them before. So they just stop the holding breath. Good to know. Oh, yeah, here we go. Now we're actually getting this made. I'm sure this power cable is going to need to be replaced nearly immediately. So we take a look at the temperature here. It's quite cold in here. I think it's equalizing pretty quick, though. But I will dig this way and stick it here, and then find a way to vent to space. And Mima's getting added. So if Mima's getting added, let me reset the giveaway timer. And raffle timer's up. And here is Mima. So Mima's earned a skill point. The question I have for you all is, what should I give her first? Should she work her way to a ranching, or should she grab farming or cooking? First skill point. Now, if we do give her cooking, what I will do is I will reset our current cook, Viper, removing that grill point and putting it elsewhere. Reassigning him. Something else I'm going to need is obviously a cot. There, that's a very strange place for a cot. At some point I'll focus on actually making decent beds, but that day is not today. And then for priorities, Mima, cooking, farming, ranching. With cooking being the highest, I suppose. Okay, I have a ton of mush bars, so let's cancel this out. Because obviously they use water every time I make mush bars. And this is Mima's bed. Which is sufficiently far enough from Kellyan's that they won't be disturbed. Do polls work for raffle entries? They do. As long as you're a subscriber and you've typed something in the chat in the last 5 minutes, that's all. That's it. Pretty easy peasy. Yeah, Mima can't use the grill until she has cooked one. Nope. And let me put a 1-minute timer on this here. Figure out that first skill point. Hey, Steph. Thank you for the resub. And you're welcome for all the content. Alright, so this should be a nature reserve. Nope, still a park. Oh, it needs one more. Really? One more? Damn you! Fine. The thing is, I can keep abusing this design. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. We're going to turn this, this park into a money-making scheme, basically. Alright, ranching it is. We're going to start working towards ranching. So let's take a look at skills, Mima. So for ranching, we need to get improved farming, right? They link. So now, you, my little friend, are going to get the improved farming cap. How big is this? Let's see. I'm going to break here, dig here, and here. And Chemo, you're... Oh, yeah, you're stuck. You're very... can't move at all. Stuck. We'll get you out of there. What the heck? Oh, I broke a pipe. I love mopping in the morning. I don't. At least it's dripping basically straight into a fresh water supply. Could be worse. Alright, so he's unstuck. And we'll stick pneumatic doors here. Okay. Oh, let me get rid of that. That's the giveaway. Good luck. Oh, it's so rigged. I love it. And it makes sense, because Glitch is a cook in real life. Well, Glitch, pleasure to have you on the team. And Hess just earned a skill point. Hess, you are going to go for electrical engineering. That's an exciting one. Okay, and I believe our water lock is done. So that means we can go up. All right, let's fix this mistake a little fast. Congrats, Glitch. As rigged as it seems, few are more deserving. I know that I have been slacking on my whole build the rust. So here's the Deoxidizer. Okay, same overheat temperature. I'll stick one down, and then I'll start running the ventilation. So the reason I did that is so that I can stick a farm station in here. And possibly tend plants if I want. Oh, let's take a look. This is now a nature reserve. So anyone, the bonus why I built it like this, if you're wondering, because I know it looks super strange, is anyone that travels through these doors into the nature reserve gets the +6 morale for having visited. So if I build facilities on the left side of this sort of vertical stretch, the duplicants that travel through become happy. Which is why I want to put... I probably want to move my dining room and restroom to the left side of this, and possibly a recreation room, so that we are maximizing morale in sort of a, you know, min-maxed way. Because if we take a look here at morale, who would have visited the reserve? Yep, there it is, +6. Dang, it's pretty nice. Not gonna lie, it's pretty nice. Alright, so now we have the... should be a greenhouse. Yep, it's a proper greenhouse. Not that anyone has the crop tending skill yet, but I can also set up mush fries for the mush bars to make them a little less grisly. And let's submit bioscan on the door to get access up here. Actually, I can just break it. Who needs to scan it? Just destroy it. Ah, get it. Get it. Yeah, I don't need to solve no puzzles. I'm breaking in. Who should get the Vax? I'm just gonna... I'll call it VAX. So the choices here would be Kelvin, Chemo, Viper. Ooh, spelled your name wrong. Viper, Hess, and Glitch. What does it do? It gives a random positive trait to a duplicant or removes a negative one. Basically, it's just a power-up. And we gained an achievement for it, I think. There it is. Ghosts of Gravitas. Recover a database entry from inspecting ruins. Man, this guy is planting a lot of millwood. No idea where he's planting it. Let's queue up some research. Improve ventilation. I was supposed to be doing that. Kind of stopped. So here we go. Here's the Deoxidizer. This farts out, I'm assuming, oxygen and chlorine because it doesn't have any ventilation output pipes. So I'm going to have to then gas pump it. Which means I'm going to want to isolate it in its own atmosphere, aka waterlock. So let me set that up, and I'll probably put 2 of them. I'll put 2 of them, and then we are going to want a storage bin of. Okay, so the problem is, yeah, storage bin of rust. That's fine. Storage bin of rust, and. Something like that. Might be a little too small, but I'll be able to get a gas pump here and then put filters in. All right, I'm gonna put a timer on this, 2.5 minutes. Bing! And you all can decide who gets the love. Actually, I'm going to make this a little bit taller. With, you know, a likelihood that we run to space up here. So I'll probably want to put another water lock up here as well. There, I'll put my water lock here. And then this will be the vent to space for the unwanted chlorine. If and when we get that. Nice. Alright, my water filtration is currently idle. Let's keep working on removing all this germy water. Now, because it's clean water and not polluted water, it will degermify over time, but it takes so many cycles to do so, which is why I want to accelerate the process. Why haven't we gotten this, Can no one reach this? I feel like we should be able to reach that. We got the other Wheezewort, though. Alright, what I'm hoping is that we don't hit vacuum up here, because that would dash my plans. Actually, I might even be able to make this a little bit more efficient. There. Okay, chemo it is. Chemo, let's toss you in this. Stick it as a 9. Well, this is coming together. So I am going to want to put automation so I can control these individually. 1, 2, and then wires to it. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the ventilation gas pump with its own dedicated automation wire. Signal switch. So I can turn them off, you know, when I want. Doesn't require a duplicate input or anything like that. Genes shuffled. Complete the process. And we gain... Oh, it's not a very good one. But we gain health per cycle. So chemo, I am going to disallow everybody from fighting. And chemo will be the only fighter. Because chemo now has super regeneration. And if he ever gets hurt, he can recover very, very quickly. You're Wolverine? Yeah, more or less. More or less. I was hoping for something better. Because that's not a particularly useful one. But, yeah, whatever. I'll live with it. It's good enough. New printables. Oh, and duplicate skills. So, Viper... we will give you... exosuit wearing, I guess? And then the blueprints. Suit wearing cooking? Nah. Suit farming? No. Decorating, operating, digging? Oh, boy. Alright. Tablets. More tablets. Okay. This research is... gas ventilation. Awesome. Let's go to hazard protection. And still, I know, very slow on this project, so I'm gonna stick this project as an 8. So it's a higher priority, and we'll get to it sooner. The other thing that I could do to speed it up is to have there be quicker physical access to the space. So I'll work on that as well. Roads. You know, tiles, which you move faster instead of climbing around a rock. And then maybe a fire pole here. So there's vacuum right here, but this isn't outgassing because it's one tile up. In fact, I won't even dig up that like that. Almost vacuum. I figured it was close. All right. Another thing I want to do is to get the fire pole, because I think I'm going to be using it soon. I always forget where it is. Here here it is. Get a little fire pole action going. Yeah, more dupes mean more food, and at the current... At where I am right now, I can't afford to feed more people, more duplicants, which is why I'm holding off on that. Because I don't exactly have the means. Perhaps if I get a larger farm or a ranch or something like that, but right now I'm working on oxygen. Just to make it a little easier on ourselves, I'm going to make a diffuser here so that I don't have to hold my breath so often. Hey, don't be messing with my bleach stone. Oh, a pip egg. Huh. All right. All right, Pippy. So that is brute force refinement for a kiln and for a crusher. So the rock crusher crushes raw resources into refined minerals, and then the kiln produces clay or fires clay into ceramic. Ceramic's a nice insulator, so I might want one of those eventually, but I'm not going to change pace right now. I'm only going to be focusing on the task that you all have given me. Are the tiles here exposed to vacuum? No, they're not. It looks like it, but they aren't. It's just a visual indicator that we're close. Well, we're almost out of that germy water. Almost. I'll probably nudge this over one, just so that I can complete the roof thing that I have going on. So let's set this back to 8. How often do I fight things in the game? Well, if I start a hatch ranch, you're going to be fighting a lot of hatches. So at least there's that. So if you build heat-generating objects in space, what'll end up happening is the heat won't have anywhere to dissipate very effectively, because heat doesn't dissipate in a vacuum effectively. And the objects that you build up in space will eventually overheat themselves, because the heat-generating objects will just heat up their own whatever it is that you built, and then get destroyed. You actually have to, like, air condition the things that you build in space for that reason. So, yeah, you can't just stick all your heat-generating stuff in a vacuum and expect it to work. The game is trickier than that. Did I ever find geysers? I have. Yeah, there's an ox guy, or a water geyser right over here. Feeling nice. It's very hot water, but yeah, we have this geyser, and then what is this? Hang on a minute. Saltwater geyser. Oh, I didn't know about that. And then we have the polluted, infected oxygen geyser that I don't ever want to touch, because that sucks. Can I heat up the chlorine before venting? Not very easily, no. I mean, yes, you could use it as a medium, but it's probably more complicated than it's helpful. Unless there's an easier way that I don't know about. But my guess is no, it's kind of challenging to do that. What did I want to do? I wanted to do something. Nope. Whatever it was, it's out of my head now. Alright, so this is producing oxygen so that it has a little breathability here now. And we're almost done with the... So all I have left to do is dig up a little bit and sweep. So transferring heat between things is not like all that simple, which is why trying to delete things to vacuum it out to space Sounds like a good idea, but it's actually pretty challenging to take heat from one place where you don't want it and put it somewhere else where you do. Does the farming station need power and light? No, it doesn't need anything actually, because I'm not even using it. It's just sitting there, doing nothing. Let's go with smelting, because smelting will allow us to start to produce steel. All right, I'm going to sweep this up. And the power stops there. Okay, so we have uncovered vacuum here. And I don't really have a way to cover this vacuum up at the moment, so I'm just going to stick tiles here so we don't vacuum out, starting left to right. And I'll stick this as an emergency, so that it gets done fast. Oh, it's downtime now. Alright, I'm not going to do it just yet. So it's going to be very, very easy to vacuum unwanted gas out to space as a result. And let's make this liquid lock for reasons. I'm also going to need to raise this up because I built the liquid lock wrong. Go me. Can I surround polluted oxygen geyser and chlorine gas? Yeah, or you could just... I mean, there's different ways to clean it up. But I don't think oxygen is going to be one of those things that I'm going to be running out of quickly. But there's ways to filter if you were wondering. All right, I just want to get this done pronto, so I'll stick it as 9s. Kimo, what are you doing there? It's like holding on to the ladder all weird. Yeah, chlorine only cleans things in a container. Exactly. Or, you know, if you use a scrubber or something like that. Okay. Instead of walling this off, I am going to just liquid lock it so that I can use this as a vent. So speaking of vents, what temperature does this outgas to? I guess I'll produce some and then I'll figure it out. I don't really need to answer that just yet. So here we're making the flooring to allow us to move a little bit faster, and then I'll eventually put in the fire pole. Come on, someone deliver some water here. Water delivery is pathetic. Someone actually doing it? I don't think anyone's actually doing it. Even though I have plenty of water here. So this water here... Oh, yeah, this water here is clean. And we'll dump it. There we go. I see someone running the water over. And we have a printable. Farming... Gourmet Night Owl, Operating, Tidying, Doctoring, Yokel, Germ Resistant, Building, Operating, Research. No, I'm not ready for anyone yet. Some of them actually were pretty good dupes, but I'm going to hold off until I can feed them, because food is kind of an issue right now. I thought someone was coming up here with water. Oh yeah, here we are. Viper with 200 kilograms. Alright. We are losing some of the oxygen that we're producing from this diffuser, so I'm going to disable the... Actually, I'm going to destroy the diffuser, because I don't even need it anymore. And, save myself the effort. A posture check? Oh, and puppy treats from, like, a long time ago that I missed. I missed a whole lot, actually. Here, puppy treats for you, buddy. Okay. More water delivery. Good. And then tidying up the last of the stuff here. So another thing that we're going to want is a gas filter. I didn't design this to really allow for spacious filtering. I'll put the gas filter in here, and the question is, I don't know if I'm going to be keeping any of the chlorine initially. I think it's easier for me to just dump it. Okay, what do we research? We got smelting. Nice. Let's go for ore scrubber. I'm also going to hook up the automation wire so that this controls the filter as well. Might as well have it do both. And one more delivery of water, and we should have a liquid lock. Probably? Or at least a liquid lock near the vacuum. And then we still need this liquid lock here to keep this chlorine from flowing wherever it wants. Nope, we need one more delivery. And they're starting to get hypothermic, which is not great. I'm also just about out of algae again, so I did see algae down there, but let me see if there's any low-hanging fruit. Easy to grab algae that I can keep the oxygen flowing for now. Not really. There's this, but there's not, it's not close. No? I guess there's this algae, but I'd have to dig, like, all the way over there to get it. Not exactly, or go dig up. Yeah, I could dig up. I could do that, but it would release this water. I'm not really sure I want to do that. I might just rush to get the rust. It's probably a better use of my time. Let's make it little piglet noises or something. Oh, Kelvin. Gain a skill point. Let's give you exosuit wearing. Give you a little bit of more athletics and let you run around a little faster. It's amazing that that pip tolerates your snoring, though. I'm not sure I would. So here is the... Yep. All right. This is coming together. Good. So that's the fire pole that allows us to descend quickly. And this is the last of the liquid lock. So I'm going to drop the water there and stick it here. So now we have a proper liquid lock, keeping us from venting our oxygen out to nowhere, and we'll start a new liquid lock down here. And then this storage bin has rust to go for when we queue up the deodorizer, or the deoxidizer. The other thing I could do is to put gas vents around where the oxygen is going to come out. Now I'm doing insulated, which isn't all that necessary, but it does use up a whole lot of raw resources, which is probably good considering I have a lot of it. Hit this up with some 8s. And then make sure we are mushing, because I am low on food. As is pretty usual for me. The Shine Nymph that we had in here, the Elder, died, so I'm going to go ahead and leave the fourthest door open, because I don't really need it. Hey, Mal, thanks for the resub. Alright, we're up to 599 kilograms. Once it exceeds 1,000, we'll have a liquid lock. And we just got liquid-based refinement processes. So ore scrubber, desalinator. Perfect. Let's get liquid tune. No, I don't need liquid tuning anytime soon. Let's continue the hazard protection for the Atmos suits. I don't see that I'll be using that anytime soon, but you know, to start. And that needs power too. Now, the only problem that I'm going to have is that I have to be careful. So I'm actually going to change my research real quick. I have to be careful about the amount of power that I draw from the system. So to prevent burning out of my cables, I would rather set up flow restriction. So let's change the research so that that happens. So I need to get the power transformer to limit the power that is transformed through a cable to 1,000 watts. Because these batteries, when they're full, are going to be able to send a lot more power than that, which could be damaging to my cables and wires and all that. So I'll be putting a power transformer in here. And also, I think a power control station is a bit long overdue. I don't really need to add that in, but I do want the power control station. That will allow me to tune up the coal generator so it produces more power. And then once that gets tuned up, I'm going to fully remove the manual generator so that we don't blow out the grid. There is a way to filter out chlorine with the without power, which is a way to do the gas element pipe sensor, so that you only pull the yeah. I'm just going to do it this way for now, though, so that I can control what I take. So now this is the way this works is here, let me go back to the ventilation. Is you feed it inputs. The filtered output pipe. Actually, the filtered output pipe here should be chlorine. Chlorine is what we're dumping. And this insulated pipe is almost complete. Oh, someone has a skill. Chemo. Let's give you improved carrying. And glitch leveled up too. Give you ranching. Give you a proper critter ranching hat. Now I don't have a ranch built yet, Perhaps that's the next project. I'll be polling that soon. But for someone, could someone please... Okay, here we go. No, you're bringing around... bringing water the wrong direction. All right, let me stop the mush bar so that we can get water delivered up top. Oh, and look at our water storage. Our water storage is, nice and full. There's space on this top cell here, and obviously I could add more, more reservoirs to add storage to the system. But, yeah, we have a lot of filtered water. And then this germy pool is about to be gone. Oh yeah, my Shine Nymph is where it should be, so let's close this door. If I ever want to change the types of plants. Alright, someone, for the love of God, deliver water here. Drive me crazy. Do I want a slickster? Not really yet. Ranching, farming. Buff is nice normally, but they don't really have passions that allow them to do that. Alright, slickster it is. Sorry, Slick. Just gonna murder you. Alright, so one more delivery of water and we'll be done. And I think here comes the delivery. Nope. I lied. There it is. Okay, we have our water lock. So that means we can start to engage the rust deoxidizers. The other thing I'm going to want to do is to stick another storage bin in here for salt. Because it's not just rust, it's salt as well. And then my warning about my insufficient oxygen generation should eventually go away. So, let me find some salt. So there's a pocket of salt here. Is there salt that's easy to get to? Probably not, knowing my luck. Actually, no, this salt's really easy to get to. All I have to do is, boop. Boop, a technical term for digging. Cool. Chat's usually full of salt. Shots fired. Alright. I do want to sweep up everything here. Oh, the other thing I could do is I could vacuum this out. So let's make sure that this works. So we've got carbon dioxide, which is allowable through this filter, by the way. Because all we're doing is we're dumping the chlorine out as the reject gas. Oh, well, we might be burning out our cables, though. Because I haven't limited power yet. So I'm going to pause that for now. Keep on running, Killian. Alright, soon we're going to have the tune-up, and that will be good. So this is all nice and tidied up. Then this is going to be a salt bin. So we'll have the rust, we'll have the salt, and then the deoxidizers should be kicking. Also tidy this up as well. Man, you delivered but didn't build. You're killing me, Hess. You're killing me. All right, so Chemo is already mining up salt. So we'll have plenty of salt to feed the system. And here, consumable ore, salt 9. What is that? Oh, that's the pipe. Got it. Looked weird for a second. All right, we're going to start delivering to the Deoxidizer so we don't suffocate. And now you can see the rust Deoxidizer producing... Here, let me show you the gas overlay. The carbon dioxide in here is just leftover, right? But it's producing... Yeah, well, now I'm out of power. It's producing chlorine gas and oxygen. But I just browned out. So here, iron and storage bin for iron. The power control station lets you tune up the coal generator, and the tuned up coal generator will generate more power, so that is a good thing. So we'll get that up and running and tuned. I'll mine up the rest of the salt, and then we're going to have to be on the hunt for salt, making sure that we have a steady supply of rust and salt if we want to breathe. So there's nuggets that I'll have to just hunt for as I run low. But let's add... Oh, yeah, there it is. Salt's already on the... So let me also add rust here, too. Rust and salt are now on my resource tracking. Thank you for tuning in to Oxygen Not Included, which originally streamed live on Twitch, February 24th. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. But please keep in mind that this is a casual playthrough. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. This series is a result of a weekly poll where my viewers determine through polling what I play on Twitch. So if there's to be any more of this stream and these episodes, you have to vote for it. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel. I'll catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, duplicates.